stable network now, because this page has been under some serious I don't know whether to call it attack or something for some time now. So let us see how the network is going to be now, because so if you have any problem, you can log out and then log back again. You can log out and log back again. Let us make sure that this message penetrates to the targeted audience. Welcome back. We will if the attack get much, what I'm going to do is I will record the video and post it, so they can't stop us. And this is the reason why we are moving from Facebook to our own platform. Just for this Biafra, we're going to move from Facebook to our own platform, and it shall be well with everyone. When they think they can stop us, they don't know they don't know how prepared. They don't know how prepared we are. They don't know at all. Those of you who complain about the map, about the Biafra map, that map is incomplete. That map is incomplete map of Biafra. So disregard it. Don't worry about. There are a lot of province of Biafra that were not included in the map. So this is not a complete map of Biafra. So those of you in Idom and all that, don't complain. Disregard the map. But of course, it is part of the movement. It is part of the awareness. Sometimes you need to post this map. For example, those who are expert in map, in geography. So this is not what that map I posted is not of course complete. It's not a complete map. It's not a complete map of Biafra, of course. It's not a complete map of Biafra. So disregard the map. And somebody said Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is live, and Simon Ekpa, you are live as well. I am going to block you after this broadcast, because it means you are not a good person. You don't even follow Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the first place, because if you follow Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you will know that his broadcast just ended. So you don't follow him. The only thing you do is try to bring confusion between the people struggling for Biafra, because that is exactly, you people know that you don't have any other thing. You don't have any other thing to hold hand. There is nothing you can hold against Biafra agitators anymore. There is nothing. So what you people do now is to look for a way to bring the head of this one and head of this one to bring them together. But if you remember, if you go deeper, you will find out that the Biafra agitators of today are not the kind of people you will bring one head and another head and put together. No. We have our brain is working. Our brain is we've gone far. So those kind of comments here cannot attract any attention other than what I've just said now. The only attention that this your message will attract is that you are being blocked after this program. I will make sure, please, people should tag me. People should tag me to that person that made that comment, that Nnamdi Kanu is live and you are live. Please, I want, because the comment I just see the comment. I want you to tag me to the comment of that person. He will be blocked. That is the only attention he is going to get from that comment. Apart from this attention, no attention again. No attention again. He's not gonna get any attention other than getting blocked. So tag me on his comment. He's gonna get blocked immediately, either as soon as possible or immediately after this program. I'm going to block him, because that is they know that there is nothing else they can do. Every of their plan has failed. First of all, the people in America and the people who parade themselves as Lower Niger Congress people, I have asked them few times now, who are those people sponsoring you? Who are those people funding your Lower Niger Congress? I asked the question because of the exposition, because of the fraud that are being exposed at the NDDC. And I know very well that their fund is coming from the people that are winning contracts in NDDC. So they use them as political to continue to sabotage Biafra freedom, Biafra agitation, so that the people sponsoring them will continue to win contracts. And I have challenged them. They are abusing and accusing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, calling him criminal and all that, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not getting, and IPOB is not getting any fund from Nigeria contractors or whatever, but they are getting a fund from Nigeria contractors. And I challenge them, let them tell us who are those sponsoring the NLC, and I will tell them who they are. Of course, they cannot even deny it, because the other map man already explained who was funding them. And when you check the person, you will know whether actually has he ever won contract, I don't know who they call him, whether the person is benefiting something from the NDDC. And that NDDC money is indirectly finding its way into their pocket. And that is why anytime they hear Biafra, anytime they hear Nigeria disintegration, they want to do everything to kill and eliminate the person. But this evening, I have come to respond to Sowore. But before we go into responding to Sowore, I will play the video of Sowore, so that you will understand, you will hear, by yourself. It's not just me making it up, what Sowore has to say, and listening as I'm going to address Sowore on his comment, what he said about Biafra. So I'm going to address this issue, but pay attention very, very attentively as we address this issue.
The Igbo to leave, they will have the opportunity of having a referendum without being chased down like dogs on the street as it is now. So then you are asking them then that if we all work together to kill this system that is trying to kill all of us, then we can still sit down together. If it's not going to work, we can discuss and part. That was your position many times. And I believe Nnamdi Kanu knew this. That was why he had a very wonderful conversation with you. And I won't forget that. But here we go. Another day tomorrow. What is going on with that relationship so far? Have you not really harnessed it for the same struggle to further strengthen the base? And I just need to ask this, because people ask me all the time.
Yes. So it's construed the struggle for revolution, and this is part of the discussion I even had with Nnamdi Kanu. We misconstrue it as a struggle to frustrate the realization of the Biafran nation. And I said it's not so, because even if you go to Biafra right now, with the kind of criminals in Nigeria, we break up Nigeria, your criminals will just follow you to Biafra and they'll kill you. I told Kanu, and I said, if you create Biafra today, in 6 months, you will be dead. They'll kill you.
You see? So what I said that if we get Biafra, the criminals in Nigeria will follow Nnamdi Kanu to Biafra, and within 6 months, they will kill Kanu. Within 6 months, they will kill Nnamdi Kanu. Let me tell you, Sowore, this is just another level of propaganda. Exactly the same thing you did in 2015 when you waged war against Goodluck Jonathan's government ignorantly, either ignorantly or on purpose. Because if it is ignorantly, if it is not on purpose, you would know that Goodluck Jonathan back then somehow had good intention for Nigeria. At least the remnant of democracy was still there. That you can speak, you can demonstrate, you can air your opinion and all that. But of course, the people who were in his government needed to sabotage him, to bring in the monster that will give them the way for colonization of Nigeria. And most of you in 2015 didn't see this modernization agenda. You didn't see it. We saw it. You didn't see it. So I wouldn't say it is ignorant. I would say it was on purpose. You were paid to do what you did, and you did it, and now you are paying that price. So, and you are saying that if we get Biafra, within 6 months, they will kill Nnamdi Kanu. So it is a lie. Let me tell you why it is a lie. It is a lie in the sense that Biafra we are talking about, we are going to build the security system from scratch. It is a lie because the Biafra we are talking about is going to have the fundamental human right. It is going to be on the fundamental human right. When a country have a functional law, a functional constitution, you see, even cockroach will be a law-abiding cockroach. Ant will be a law-abiding ant. In fact, Biafra will be the beginning of civilization where you will look at ant. For you to kill that ant, you will think, what did this ant do now that it deserves to die? In Europe here, in Europe, you know you don't kill animals. You know that? Do you know the law? The law went to the extent that you can't just go to the bush and start killing animals. You don't just go and start killing animals without license. In fact, there is even a law that compel you to have a license for you to go and catch fish. That you cannot catch fish. You cannot go fishing and catch fish without a license. So, because Nigeria people don't have... first of all, Nigeria is a fake country. And Nigeria people do not know civilization. They will travel abroad. The only thing they come to do abroad is to eat, squander, see sights, have a sightseeing, have the taste of westernization, have the taste of Western life. You know, they come for vacation and all that. They don't come here for research. Nigeria government don't come here to do research. They don't come here for innovative. They don't do innovative traveling. They come here only for holiday and to buy properties and to do and to spend time with their concubines and girlfriends and all that. They don't come here for the interest of Nigeria. Now the difference with the Biafra is this. You see this Biafra we are talking about? Biafra all over the world. They have learned a lot of system. And this system will come together, will bring it together, build a very strong database system. That database system will compel your so-called criminal coming from Nigeria. Anytime they even attempt to commit murder, Anytime they even attempt, like, you know, because you know in criminal charges, in criminal law, you will have this conspiracy. You conspire to do this, you conspire. Anytime they conspire to do this, conspire to do that, the law will automatically take its course. By the time people begin to have life sentence, life imprisonment, because it is going to be in our law. Life imprisonment is going to be in Biafra law. By the time you sentence 1,000 people to life imprisonment for conspiracy to kill, to commit murder, then believe me, how many of them are there from the Nigeria criminals? How many politicians do we have? They don't represent 1.0% of the Biafra population. So worry. This your narrative is just the same thing you did in 2015, but the point now is that we are out with more smart and, you know, more reasonable IQ than you can ever think, than you can ever imagine. This is not the time where you can just come out and spit anyhow and talk anyhow and people will buy it. We will remove that your propaganda from the brain of an average Biafrans. Anytime you come out to speak your Janjaweed language, because that is exactly what it is. Your Janjaweed language that Nnamdi Kanu will be killed in 6 months of Biafra. We will remove that your propaganda from the mindset of an average Biafrans. And I am telling you now that the Biafra we are talking about, in fact, just by pronunciation of by saying that Biafra is hereby declared and have independence, automatically from that particular time, minute of the day, the security of life and property of Biafra become the #1 priority of Biafra government. So all the people, and it is also, as I'm telling you now, it is also a warning. It is also a warning to the so-called criminals that will be coming from Nigeria. It is a warning to them. Now, let me continue playing your video.
But if we do a revolution, everybody will have that breathing space to decide what they want to be. You want restructuring, you want a breakaway, you want referendum, a new constitution. But my hunch, as a Pan-Africanist, is that if we fight a revolution, the Igbos will not even have a need to create their own states. Because Igbos naturally don't even like to live in any particular place where they are restricted. Most of them are business people, they are innovators, you know, their brains are always working. And you know, just like me and you, the way our brains are, sometimes our wives have relationship problems with that because you can't stay one pillow. The brain is always like working, you're always thinking, and sometimes you even stray away. So that's the way I see the people of the Southeast. They always think about creating something, wealth, ideas. You know, when they look at you, they look at how can I put this guy to buy my clothes or my shoes or drive my car? I know he's driving an average car.
That's exactly whom we are. We want to create. We are innovative by in nature. But do you know what? Do you know where you are failing it? It is the Nigeria government, it is the structure of Nigeria and the system of Nigeria that compel us not to stay in Biafra land, to develop Biafra. It was the structure of Nigeria compelled the Igbos to go out. It compelled us to become travelers. And that is why you just miss it totally, because by the time Biafra come, we will no longer be travelers. We are going back with everything we have learned. We are going back with everything we have learned to build a country that black race will be proud of. You see, first of all, in Biafra land, you do not have port authority. You do not have port authority in Biafra land. You don't have port in Biafra. So that already has compelled Biafra that are doing business to look for another possibility, another way from Lagos. So I don't need to go into analyzing, I don't need to go into telling you how Nigeria's structure compelled us to be travelers. You see that? So for a Biafra man, do you think it is too hard for people in Togo to be? Don't you know that people from Togo are coming to buy wholesale goods from Nnewi? Are you not aware of that? From Nnewi, from Onitsha market, from Ochanja. In this market, people from Togo, people from other West Africa countries, they come there to do shopping. If you don't know if you doubt what I'm saying now, go to a place called Aspanda in Lagos or Idumota. You go to where they sell where they sell parts. You see people who are dealing in both and not. You see the people that are dealing in both and not. Both and not are being produced in Nnewi. They produce both and not in Nnewi. And those people producing that both and not in Nnewi, people come from other African countries to come and buy wholesale in Nnewi and go back to their country to sell. In fact, people from Togo is even far. I am telling you, most of the Igbo people, most of Biafra people selling this both and not. I'm just using both and not as an example. Selling both and not in Lagos. In Lagos, they sell wholesale in Lagos. You see? They sell wholesale in Lagos, which means they are not retailing. They sell to people who want to buy and sell. Do you know that some of them in Lagos will travel to Nnewi to buy wholesale of that boat and not produce in Nnewi? And when they go back to Lagos, they sell it in Lagos, wholesale, to people coming from Ghana and Togo. And they will now go and start continue selling. So, and they still sell it also to people all over Yoruba land. But they buy it from Nnewi. You see, so first of all, the Nigeria structure compelled the Igbos to become travelers in Nigeria. So this is what you are saying now about us is not who we are. It's not who we are. You may have also forgotten that the democracy started in Igbo land. Let me not just even go into that because it will be too deep for you. But the fact is that what you understand Igbo people to be is not who we are. It's not who we are. It is the Nigeria government that compelled us to be independent thinker, to be business people, to think always how to do business or how to develop other land and all that, and to become traveler. It was never our intention to be like that. We are innovative in nature. And that is why when we get Biafra, all those brain you are just analyzing now how we are, we will transfer it into building our own nation. If we can build Nigeria and build other nations, do you think we cannot be? Any place we are contributing positively. Any place all over the world, we are contributing positively to the society. And we are going to transfer that thing back to Biafra. That is why Biafra is going to, that is why the Biafra is, you people cannot see beyond Nigeria. You cannot see beyond your nose. That is what you see Biafra. You don't see Biafra beyond your nose. We that are agitating for Biafra, we are seeing beyond our nose because we know who we are.
Not, an enclave, right? But you can also drive away. You can also rule out the fact that they have been so mistreated. You can't include 3 million people of anybody's family, and you treat them for another 60 years as second-class citizens, second-hand people. And you expect them to stay with you. And things have gotten worse in terms of that. And there's history. Either they are wiped out or, current to show that this is what we did to them. So the truth today is that if you want to create a Biafran state, you have to go to war. Because the current managers of Nigeria will not allow a breakaway without a challenge.
Bloodshed.
But we can do a revolution. Yes, we can do a revolution without having to shed blood as much as we do, because we are 200 million people, there about a billion. We can.
You see, this is the tactics. This is the tactics they use. That you cannot get a Biafra without going to war. You see. And this, of course, and this Owerri believe that he has been living in America. I respect him for that. He has been Sahara reporter. He has been 30 years into media and all that. You see, so Warren refused to understand that Nigeria is already at war. Nigeria is already at war. What we are talking about is using the advantage of the war that is already in Nigeria. Nigeria is already at war. Are you waiting until Yoruba people carry gun and start fighting before you know what Nigeria is at war? Are you waiting until Biafra people carry gun before you know Nigeria is at war? Nigeria is at war in all corners of the region that made up Nigeria. That is war. So we don't necessarily have to go to war. The war is coming to us. So already the war is coming to us. So what we are talking about now is using the advantage of the fact that Nigeria is already at war. So it will come to a point where you are going to defend yourself. When you defend yourself with AK-47, is it only when that time you say you are at war? Nigeria is already at war. The killing, in fact, the killings that is going on in Nigeria today, most of the countries that are at war, in civil war, don't even kill like that. They don't even kill like that. So before the Biafra war, even before the blockade in Biafra, do you know how many people were killed? The number is very few now. Bullet didn't kill Biafrans. Gun bullet didn't kill Biafrans. It was hunger. So when you talk about war, you think you people don't know what is war. You think when you say war, everybody they are killing people in mass. And no. They are not killing people in mass in war. In war like this, before you can kill 1,000 people, before you can kill 500 people in war, it is unless you drop atomic bomb somewhere. So in war like that, people are protected. People are protected in war zone. When the opposition, the army is coming, they try to protect the civilians, even the opposition. But now, of course, Nigeria government did not do that. They even killed children, or they killed Biafra children. So that was a war crime in Biafra. It was a war crime. So when you are fighting a war, you fight war with people that has gun. You don't go and start killing children. Then you commit war crime. So when you say war, you have to fight war. We are already fighting. Nigeria is already at war. That it didn't come to your community, yet doesn't mean that Nigeria is not at war. Nigeria is already at war. That is number one. You talk about we must fight war before the government of the day before they will give power, relinquish power to or give Biafra independence. Yes, and believe me, if it comes to it is not even by choice. It is not by choice. You just heard that ISIS and Al-Qaeda is coming to penetrating southern Nigeria. Of course, we have been saying it, but people like you who claim that you have been in media business for 30 years, you will not listen to us because you think you have all the intelligence report and all that. But when we are saying it, you will never listen to us. But now, the American government have said it, and you will pay attention to that because it is coming from America. But when we are saying it, just we are talking about Biafra now, you think they will kill Nnamdi Kanu in 6 months. Trying to create fear where there are none. Trying to manipulate the mind of people with your propaganda. First of all, you say Nnamdi Kanu will be killed after getting Biafra. Now you say we have to fight war before we get Biafra. And I'm telling you now, we don't necessarily need to fight war. All it needs is the 3 regions. The Oduduwa, Biafra, and the Middle Belt. Part of Middle Belt. We bring down Nigeria and divide Nigeria. If they say they want to bring war to fight against Yoruba, Oduduwa, fight against Biafra, fight against the part of Middle Belt, then let them come. That is the point. How do you think they would defeat us? How many of them? How many of them are actually good in military? How many of them do you have in military? How many of them can shoot well in military? The people making impact in the war against Boko Haram are from the southern part of Nigeria and part of Middle Belt. We know that. So the only thing they will do is to hire the ISIS, which they're already using, to fight the war. And we will welcome them. What we are looking now is that Yoruba must understand that Nigeria can never work again. And they must understand that the Flanization agenda is real. This is the one first thing they have to understand. The Middle Belt also have to understand that the Flanization is real. And the only solution is disintegration. So when we come together, let the Fulanis wage war against us. That is, we will be ready to face them. So when you talk about Biafra, as if it is only Biafrans that are looking for exit from Nigeria. Every region is wanting exit. They are just looking for a good package, how to live and all that. That is the question here. Everybody wants to leave Nigeria. Those of you who are shouting one Nigeria, only God know what is in your mind. Because no normal person will see what is going on in Nigeria today and still come and say one Nigeria. It is only God that know what you people are thinking. Because we human beings, we don't know. Only God that knows.
Over wonder, and then come together at a round table. How about this discussion? It happened in South Africa. I keep talking about apartheid. The people that died when apartheid fell weren't the apartheid fighters mostly. It was the people who didn't want an end to apartheid. Some of them committed suicide. Of course, we also talk about his family who were victims of the post-apartheid violence. But because we have history behind us, and we have an intellectual understanding of how post-revolutionary states operate, we can prevent all of that. It is something.
You see, these people always make reference. Everybody that is talking about all this, so what they have similar language with the map man. You know, every time they make reference to South Africa appetite, and they refuse to acknowledge that Nigeria have appetite. They refuse to admit that what you have in Nigeria now, I have said it, what you have in Nigeria now is an apartheid regime. They refuse to acknowledge that. They continue to make reference to apartheid in South Africa. Now, what these people realize, or what people refuse to understand, is that South Africa and Nigeria is totally different thing. South Africa apartheid regime is totally different. Nigeria is a fake country. South Africa is not fake. South Africa only have white, you know, from their history, and the white came there and they stay and all that. But it is not the same thing as Nigeria. White actually contributed to the economy boost of South Africa. They run the economy of South Africa very well. Let us face the truth. Even though there are apartheid and all that, but the white ran the government of South Africa very well. But today, would you say that South Africa is a failed state? Or South Africa actually, what South Africa is today is the reason why Mandela fought for their freedom? Is it the reason Mandela fought for their freedom? The answer is no. Mandela did not fight for South African freedom so that they will stop killing, so that they will start killing their fellow blacks. No. Mandela did not fight for freedom of South Africa so that they will become lazy, that foreigners will come and take jobs that they should be doing in their country. No, it was not the reason Mandela fought for freedom of South Africa. You see, but South Africa has failed. They is a failed nation as well. Forget that the place they have the gold and diamond or whatever. It is a failed state, a nation that the government supports its citizens to kill fellow blacks. And you have phobia or whatever, and they are killing their fellow Africans, saying that their fellow Africans coming to their country to take their job and take their women. And you think that is not a failed nation? It's a failed nation. Let's face the reality. Now, but what I'm trying to say here is that South Africa cannot be compared to Nigeria. Nigeria is totally a fraudulent country, a country comprising of different nations, fraudulently brought together to form a nation, without the consent of the people, without regard to the cultural differences, without regard to the value of the people and all that. So these things happen fraudulently, and from the beginning, the people don't like each other. Oh, so it is not something with South Africa. You people will always make reference to South Africa, South Africa. The difference is that nobody is looking for independence in South Africa. No ethnic group is fighting for independence in South Africa. At least not that I have not heard of that. If there are any ethnic group that is fighting that they want independence from South Africa, you should let me know. Because I have not come across that. So in Nigeria, we are fighting for independence. The different countries in forming Nigeria fighting to be free from Nigeria. So it is totally different from South Africa. You people continue to make reference to appetite of South Africa, this, that. It is, I don't know the connection. I don't know the connection. The only connection I see between Nigeria and South Africa is the fact that today you have apartheid regime in Nigeria where the minority control the majority, and the minority being the Fulanis. These are the only relevant, that's the only similarity between the two countries. Otherwise, there is no similarity that you should be making reference to apartheid, how they handle the apartheid regime, how the apartheid regime fall, how this, there is no difference. But all of you, the map man, Osowore, and the people fighting one Nigeria, always make reference to this South Africa.
When people want to do you're not going to have an Odua state without a fight. Senator Akintoye, who is a very great man, cannot lead Yorubas out of Nigeria. At his age, it has to be some young, crazy people. And for that to happen, there has to be bloodshed because you have to remove the structures of the current Yoruba land. And they're not just going to allow it to happen. They will fight you.
He said that this man leading the Yoruba, the Oduduwa nation out of Nigeria is too old. So what? He's saying that Akintoye, that Professor Akintoye also, that is trying to lead the Yoruba out of Nigeria is too old to lead the struggle. And he said that he needed a young blood to lead that struggle. Now, what stopped Sowore from leading or going to tell the man he wants to lead the struggle of Yorubas to leave Nigeria? Now, he also said that for that man to succeed, there has to be a bloodshed. Now, I'm asking Sowore, has there not been a bloodshed, enough bloodshed in Nigeria? We want to use the bloodshed, the already shed blood in Nigeria to get the freedom. We don't necessarily, if they say they want to share another blood, which they will share, they are going to share another blood, whether you secede from Nigeria or not. So the one that I've already shared we are taking advantage of that one. So why not Sowore now go to meet this man and tell him, you are too old to run this, to lead the Yoruba out of Nigeria. Let me take over or let me support you. Rather, he was here telling how it will be difficult for the man to lead the Yoruba nation out of Nigeria because he's too old. He's too old. And for him to even lead the Yoruba out of Nigeria, there has to be a bloodshed. I don't know whether the people that have been killed or that are dying every day are not blood. Whether it is, I don't know. So what they have to tell us, is there any kind of blood he is expecting to be shed before he know that actually blood has been shed in Nigeria? Or is it when Professor Akintoye is killed before blood will be shed? Or is it when Nnamdi Kanu, like he said, they are going to kill him in 6 months? Is it when they kill him before he know that blood has been shed? All the people that are being killed all over Nigeria, is it not? Don't they have blood? Don't they have blood? Is it not human beings that are dying in Southern Kaduna? These are the people that have been killed for this one Nigeria. And we are going to take advantage. Of course, advantage of is not a good language when human life is concerned, but there is no other word I can use other than we have to take advantage of the people that they have shed their blood already to get our freedom. And that is why international community, they are talking. And that is why America is now telling you that they are coming to the South, they are penetrating the South to shed another blood. So what are you talking about? You are already at war. The energy you will use to do revolution now is the same energy you will use to bring down Nigeria. Forget the revolution now. You have to define what is the end point of your revolution now. You don't just come and say, let us have a revolution. And then when the revolution, now we have to organize Nigeria. It is the same thing with these people that want to bring down a constitution. You see, people have to bring down a constitution of Nigeria, and you say when you bring that constitution before you can now sit down and you don't say before. You have to have exactly a focus. You have to have your end point. You have to have what you want to do. What is it that you want? What is it that you want your revolution to bring? What change do you want your revolution to bring? It has to be defined. You don't just lead people into blind revolution. The revolution, they don't know what is going to be the outcome of the revolution. You have to tell them, what are they revolting the government for? If they revolt the government, what is going to be the end point of this revolution? What are you expecting to get at the end of the day? But you see, we already have our end point. We say we want to leave Nigeria and that we want Biafra Republic. As simple and plain. Anybody that you touch today will tell you, I want Biafra. I want an independent country. I want a country that I will not be sharing with terrorists. You see, It is simple. Now, I ask you, what is the end point? What is your target of this revolution now? You will not have that answer, because there is no answer to that. The only thing you will say is that let us have revolution, and when we bring down the government, we can now sit and discuss. It is not. That is the most myopic thing I've ever had, and you are saying it. You have said it several times. The MAP people are saying it. The NLC are saying it, that we have to bring down the constitution, and then we'll come and sit down. No. They will say, after we bring down the constitution, you can bring Biafra, you can bring Oduduwa. It is not like that. You have to know what you want to bring first. You don't just lead people into an uncertainty. You lead them into uncertainty. They don't know what the future is. They don't know what they are expecting. They don't know what the revolution is going to bring. They don't know the demand you are making. What are you demanding? So this is the reason why the revolution now and Biafra or disintegration of Nigeria, it is never the same. Anybody that say you are, yes, if you are revolting, if you are having revolution and you are protesting, yes, it may be the same thing, but you must have your target. What is your target? The target you have defined which one are you supporting and which one you are not supporting. The Biafra people can have a revolution and say, we are having a revolution because we want our Biafra. Our revolution is that we revolt against this government to give us Biafra. Then you know that you are fighting for Biafra. You cannot just come and tell me, let us revolt, and then after revolution we will discuss. No. We will discuss. That kind of thing is not possible. You don't lead people, into oblivion. You don't lead people like that. You have to tell them what you are revolting, what is going to be the end point of that revolution. What are you trying to get? Let them have that thing at the back of your mind, that today, if I'm going to get killed, I know that I'm doing the right thing. And if I survive this revolution, I know that this is what I'm expecting to get. Not when you put people in danger, and then after they have revolted to bring down the government, you now say, let us sit and discuss. Let us sit and discuss. No. You have to have your target. What are you targeting? Let the people you are leading into revolution know what they are targeting. Nnamdi Kanu is leading us to Biafra. We know that our target is Biafra and nothing else. Nothing else. So any day, if anybody is being killed for this struggle, the person knows he was struggling for Biafra before he died. And if anybody gets killed along the line, the person knows that he is struggling for Biafra before he gets killed. And if we all survive and see Biafra, we know that we are going to Biafra. So we know what we are fighting for. You don't lead people and they don't know what they are fighting for. You expect them to come out. Now let us continue.
Even state creation, common state creation, people are still fighting. Oyo State and Osun State have not today defined their real boundaries. Because don't forget, if we break up Nigeria, you have to define boundaries of which one is Oduduwa. What are your ambitions? Does it get to Benin or Ishekiri? Is Aru was part of it? You
see, these are the tools. These are the tools they use. He is telling you, if you divide Nigeria, you have to fight for boundary. You have to fight for boundary. So worry, nobody is fighting for boundary. That is what we call international law. You see, UN is going to, Oduduwa people will not be the one to give themselves boundary. Oduduwa will not give themselves boundary. Biafra will not give themselves boundary. The Arewa will not give themselves boundary. The other nation that will come out of Nigeria will not give themselves boundary. The boundary is going to be a legitimate boundary given by the United Nations. When the United Nations, come and get involved, because it is their job as well. Get involved in boundary. That boundary, nobody will, once UN say this is your boundary, nobody will dispute that boundary. It become an internationally recognized map of that country or that region. So nobody will dispute or come to say it is going to be final. And every nation that is going to come out of Nigeria will have to adhere to that. They have to respect the law of the international community. So except if you don't want to be part of the international community, then that's a different thing. But in Biafra land, the map that the UN is going to give If it tallies with our own, to God be the glory. If you don't tally with our own, we have to accept it that way. Of course, everything has to go under legal process. If UN gave us a map that is incongruous, if the map is incongruous, we have evidence to contest that the map is wrong and incongruous. We have to challenge the decision of the UN in a competent court of law, proving our point that this map, this side belongs to us. And if we win it, they have to do the decision again. But if we feel that there is no need contesting it, we let it go. We are not talking about now Nigeria versus Cameroon. You all know what happened in Bakassi Peninsula, how Obasanjo gave Biafra to Cameroon. Until today, those people are suffering. You see? So it is international. This time around, it's not going to be the president of Nigeria, because president of Nigeria can never be part of it. But if it is president of Nigeria, he can try to give us the map and all that. We know our map. We know the map of Biafra. Everybody knows where the map ends and the map starts. We know. It is you have to present the map of your place. The UN will have to do that. The UN have details and data of every country. They know, and when they are going to work on this, of course, we will give them. A lot of people will bring their own map. It is going to be, when you look at what is happening now in most of the communities that are having crisis in Nigeria, you have this boundary commission in Nigeria. They come and say, this one belongs to you, this one belongs to you. Immediately they do that, that is the end of the crisis. So not to talk of an international community, not to talk of a body like United Nations coming to say this is your land and this is not your land. No. In Nigeria, you have what you call the Boundary Commission. I don't know whether it is the Boundary Commission or something, but there are commissions that are in charge of a boundary in Nigeria. And you know the work is that there are places that have crisis for many years, and this Boundary Commission never intervened to give the exact boundary so that this ethnic clashes will end. These community clashes will end. They don't do that, but it is their job. It is their job to be active in intervening when a community is into crisis within this Nigeria. And this is happening in part of Biafra, Benue, and all that. People are fighting, killing each other for land. But you have Boundary Commission in Nigeria, which when they say it is final, when they say the boundary is here, that is final. People have to adhere and respect that. But they don't do that in Nigeria. We are going to do that in Biafra. It is going to be the law of the land will be the supreme.
Fight that for another 20 years, just to define the boundary between us and our next nation. So these things are not going to happen just overnight. But what is interesting that I told Kano, and I keep saying all the time is, so if you create Biafra, and Biafra is prosperous. It's like Christmas trees at night. Jobs, electricity. What about the people surrounding you, the Nigerians, the old Nigerians? They're just looking at you. They will invade the place. And take over from you. They will fight to everywhere there is wealth. People will go there with weapons and take it over. So the people you say that you are leaving behind, if you are leaving them behind in penury, they will follow you to your Biafra. The same thing in Yoruba land. Today, even the little prosperity in the southwest has attracted enough people from the north who are running away from Boko Haram, herdsmen, bandits. They're all in Lagos.
Yes. This is another lie they tell. They tell you that if he told Kanu, if Biafra actualizes and Biafra becomes so prosperous like they know it will be, then that other Nigerians that they left behind will begin to troop into Biafra, and they will now spoil Biafra, and Biafra will be back to like Nigeria and all that. Now let me educate Sowore. I want to really educate Sowore on this particular topic he raised. You see, when we get Biafra, in Europe here, you have people who belong to Schengen. You have Schengen state, and you have people who are member of the European, the EEA, the economic of the European area, economic area of the European Union or something like that. I have to check the full meaning, but the name is the EEA. This EEA can be a member of the Europe, of the economic area of the Europe, but they are not Schengen state. So when they are not Schengen state, they can't ordinarily come, to the Schengen state and stay. You see, and then you have other Schengen, or you have other states that belong to Schengen, which means they have free movement. They can travel to any place they want to travel within the Schengen area. Now, their travel have restriction. Their traveling to that Schengen state have restriction. They can't stay more than 3 months in a particular member state. You have to go back to where you come from after 3 months. Now, if you are coming from a member state of a Schengen state within the EU, you are coming to Germany, you are going to Germany, for example. If you are coming from Italy, going to Germany, for example, Italy is a member of Schengen state. Germany is a member of Schengen state. Now, Italy has a very bad economic situation. Germany have a very good economic situation. If you, as an Italian, want to go to Germany to live, you are not allowed to stay more than 3 months in Germany as an Italian. So, what you have to do now is that for you to have right to stay in Germany more than 3 months, you have to provide evidence of job, that you have gotten a job contract, that you have gotten a contract and you are employed before the German authority will now give you the right, residence permit, to stay. It is called, if you are an Italian, it means that you are Italian citizen. You have to apply for right to residence. So when you get that residence, when you change the residence card, you have registered yourself in Germany, but your nationality is Italian. You understand? So it is the same thing we are going to do in Biafra. If Biafra comes, Biafra is going to be the only country in Africa that will have effective database system, because we are going to start from scratch. We are going to register every single Biafran. We are not just going to register you because you say I'm from Otene or I'm from Otuli Iboko. We are going to register based on verification of your place of birth. Your family, it is going to be from from scratch. When I mean scratch, is that your village, from your village, your kindred will have their own system. We will have the centers will be there. Everybody will be registered, including those abroad. Anywhere you are all over the world, Biafra embassy will be there. You are going to register. We are going to go through what we call verification process. Your fingerprint taken, and even if possible, DNA. Do you know that DNA will be taken? If you say you are from this family, we will take your DNA. A DNA of everybody will be taken. So when you hear Mazi Nnamdi Kanu talking about DNA, you think is a joke? We will take DNA because we are building from scratch. We will take DNA. The DNA may not be to prove. Of course, we know that in Africa now, a lot of women are having children, and the children is not their biological, whatever, We are not looking into breaking families or all that. But for the fact that you are a woman, if your DNA tallies with your children, that's enough. If your DNA tallies with your family, that's enough. But the point is that in Europe here, they have what you call DNA. Let me give you an example. If you want to bring in your family from Africa and you are living in Europe, you have European citizenship. You want to bring your family, you want to bring your son, you want to bring your daughter from Africa to Europe. The immigration will subject you to DNA test, to ascertain that this your children you want to bring is paternity test. Somebody, yes, these children you want to bring to Europe are actually your children. So they don't end up giving a residence permit or giving paper to Fulani, who will now come and turn to Osama bin Laden when he grow up and start killing them. So you have to undergo this kind of scrutiny in your to identify, to make sure that the person the children that are given the permit to come to meet you are actually your biological children. So these are the things. These are the things when we say we will adopt a lot of things from. Of course, we have to. We are looking at civilization. So we have to copy from, not copy, but we are going to put a lot of things together to make up the Biafra, the kind of dream country we want. In this country where I am now, you can't just bring somebody from Africa, a child from Africa, and claim he's your child. You have to undergo this DNA test so that to prove that the child is yours before you can bring the child. In Biafra, we are going to do that. So worry, if you are saying other Nigeria that we left behind will invade Biafra, it is a lie. You cannot enter Biafra without, first of all, a very good reason that you are coming. You have to, for you to stay in Biafra, you have to bring police clearance, and for you to get police clearance, we know now. Somebody in Biafra have to come and show that you are not a criminal. And you know what it means. If you commit any crime, that person will pay heavy fine. The person in Biafra that shorted you will pay a heavy fine. And guess what? No stone will be left unturned, because everybody is now in the system. You have your finger. We have your fingerprint. And as you are coming, our border will be protected. Nobody will enter Biafra without fingerprint. You will provide paper to the village where you come from, in other part of Confederated State. If you come from Arewa, for example, you are going to bring paper, your village where you come from, and we will take your fingerprint. We know what you want to do in Biafra. You will be monitored. So it is not you people. How can you invent that? Oh my goodness! Do you know what is immigration law? In Ghana, they are dealing with Biafrans in Ghana. You see what the Ghanaians are doing there? They are putting stringent laws against Nigerians who are doing business there. So in Biafra, this thing what you said now that other Nigeria are going to invade Biafra because Biafra is progressing is a lie. It is a fallacy. It is a fat lie. It is not going to be possible. We will have law. We will respect this law. Our immigration law will be state-of-the-art immigration law. We will have state-of-the-art equipment to make sure we checkmate our borders, to make sure our borders are protected. We are going to equip our immigration officers. They are going to be respected people. The police are going to be respected people. You will not see police with pickup like people in the zoo in wildlife in safari in South Africa. You don't see. We cannot use pickup as in police. Police will use good cars in Biafra. Police will use good cars. We will not be combating criminals with pickup like they do today. Today you see police hanging in the car, in the pickup, and they are looking for who to shoot. We don't do that in Biafra because our system, our database has solved the 90% of the thing that leads people to crime. We must have solved it by the time we build the database system in Biafra. So any place, even we are going to do Biafra in a way that if crime happen in a place, we will take your fingerprint, and once you put it in the system, it shows who touched the place and who did. People will need to be educated. We need to orientate people about the level of security surveillance in Biafra, so that people will not joke with it, because it needs a lot of work. We have to educate our people that this is what we have come to put in place. This is the system in Biafra, so that they will know the danger in committing crime. And when you talk of, you just said it that we like creating jobs. We will create jobs. We will create both the government and private sector. Investors will come to Biafra like never before. Investors, do you know where investors goes to where they see safe haven for investment, where you see security, where there is a country that works. That is where investors goes. And Biafra have it all. Biafra have it all. So when you talk about people invading and you try to create fear, you try to say, it is a lie, it is a propaganda that we cannot allow to even flourish for 4 days. And this your program has lasted for 4 days now. So this kind of propaganda is what we should be, addressing immediately. As anybody is saying it, we will be addressing it immediately. So we are going to put these mechanisms in place, and it will not even give any room for this thing you said here to happen.
So you are going to pack them on a trailer and say, okay, start going back home. So when you take them to the border, they turn around again because it's human nature.
We are not going to pack anybody in trailer. we are not going to pack anybody in trailer. First of all, you will not just enter in Biafra. And those who are in Biafra already, before Biafra is declared, of course, we are going to give exceptional clause to them. Those who are already doing business in Biafra land, they are going to enjoy, that privilege of the fact that they are already doing Biafra. They are already doing business in Biafra land. We have to give them the right to residence. We have to recognize their business. We have to respect them and all that, and then give them the necessary documents after they have undergone a thorough screening, data collection, registration, and the necessary document is given to them. They continue their business. But those who will be coming after the Biafra, nobody will just, you can't just see anybody being put into trailer and no, we don't do that. You will not even come, not to talk of. By the time people come and they experience what they will experience at the border, because by that time, we are not dealing with Nigeria. By that time, it's not Nigeria. It is Nigeria. You will see people in trailer going to, to break the law. In Biafra land, once they come and they experience what they will experience and go back and tell their other people what they experience, by the time they try it 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, nobody will tell them again not to stop coming. Because believe me, we will have a very large warehouse as a, what we call deportation camp. Deportation camp. We will have large warehouse. It is not going to be a house. It is going to be warehouse. And we are going to call it deportation camp. So if you are coming from the north, come now and enter. Let us see. We will put you in deportation camp. When you stay there, it is not somebody will tell you not to go back. Look at what happened in America. It is the same thing. What Donald Trump is doing to Mexico and the border, building border, it is the same thing. We have to protect our border because we don't want terrorists to come into our land. It will be the last thing that will happen in Biafra is to allow anybody, even a terrorist, to breed one day. That is why Abacha said that if terrorists last 24 hours, the government hand is in it. So in Biafra, we are not going to allow terrorists to breed one day, because the same system that Europe is using to track down the criminals and terrorists, believe me, we are going to double it by 10. Do you know how? Do you know how? First of all, this country, for example, Germany, or let me use a small country for example. For example, Estonia. Estonia is a very small country. They don't have any natural resources. We will be richer. We will be richer and richer than Estonia. We will be so rich than Estonia. So whatever Estonia have, whatever they have that made their country safe, we are going to have it times 10. That is the difference here. Because we are bigger in population. We are bigger in population than Estonia. So whatever they have that makes them safe, we are going to have it like times 10 to make sure that the people of Biafra is secured and protected. And one thing I want to tell you people is this. You see, when people don't understand how to build, the difference in Biafra is that A lot of Biafra people have stayed abroad and they have learned and they have assimilated into the system and they know how the system works and all that. That has never been the case in Nigeria. No, it has never been the case because Nigeria was designed to fail.
To go for where there is fortune. It's just who we are. It's the reason why me and you are abroad. Wherever you are today is because they offer you the freedom of speech. No,
that's true.
It's prosperity. It's the same
what I do understand, comrade, what I do understand is that synergy is still missing. Is it that because there's something outside, right? Yeah, between that because you know why I quickly punched that in. Right? Because you mentioned the Oduduwa Republic campaigners, especially the professor currently in charge, which is a senator, which is an old man, as you said. You are right? Yeah. But it seems that Nnamdi Kanu is more tilted towards those who are championing Oduduwa Republic right now. But here is a bombshell you just dropped. Down to yourself, the revolution now, right? Exactly. Because with the bombshell you drop, you drop now, right? The bombshell that your incarceration, your abduction, add one or two links to the people in Yoruba land who are also the same people who are secretly funding Oduduwa Republic that is sprouting up right now. So where is that synergy between you, Nnamdi Kanu, after meeting, and now that we can see the connection between IPOP and Oduduwa Republic campaign? You need to address that. I will appreciate it a lot.
What is the connection? You are just assuming that there's a connection. Most of the connection you are alluding to is internet-based connection. There is no person-to-person connection. Because Baba Akintoye has not met Kanu. I have met Kanu. So, what connection are you? It's just based on Maiyegun General's life, and people are commenting. That's where we think the connection is. It has to be physical. No, it has to be physical. And the reason why you see the connection is that Kanu and his people, and this is what I told him even 3 years ago. I said, there's a mistake. That time I had not met him. I was saying it, I interviewed. I said, there's a mistake about how you are campaigning for Biafra. You are demonizing your friends, other oppressed people. Yoruba is stupid. Hausa is green.
He's gone over that now. You know that. Yeah. It's even like the one championing that.
Yes, we have to withdraw that so that we have to realize that without the respect for other oppressed people, we can't have synergy. But the thing you are saying is that they realize that our Biafran brothers, that there's no way this Biafra thing can happen. Going by the number of people on their side who are sabotaging without some kind of harmony with even their sworn enemies, the people who they have been told that they are worst enemies, the Yoruba people. And that's what we are seeing, that synergy on the internet. Anytime I post something now, people will advise me, go and fight for Oduduwa. I'm an adult. Why are you telling me who to fight? Yes, because when you look at my posting a year ago, especially on July 29th, 2019, and the following day, almost 90% of the comments were from the IPOP guys who were claiming that the Revolution Now protest was meant to sabotage the Biafran nation that was coming in a few days.
But that's not true.
It's not true. What is that I told Kanu? I said, look, you still have a long way to go. But you need friends, not enemies. Because even the apartheid regime fell, not because the apartheid regime internally in South Africa was facing just the black activists alone, but was facing external pressure from businesses, even other white people. It was at that point that there was a synergy of all the activists and fighters that apartheid fell. The economic sanctions against everywhere is the same thing that will happen until there is that synergy of revolutionaries across borders, beyond borders. We are not going to have the Biafra nation, because if you have the Biafra nation in which everybody is your enemy around you, the South, the Yorubas, you would have failed in your job of securing a nation.
Now, you hear that? I just allow you to play. So, first of all, Sowore is trying to tell you that Nnamdi Kanu is insulting this one, and Maiyegun corrected him immediately, but that thing have changed. And then he diverted again that, yes, it has changed, but there has to be a synergy of, and he make reference again to this South Africa apartheid regime. Again, they continue to make reference to South Africa apartheid regime. Again, apartheid regime. And then he continued that yes, the synergy between the new Yoruba agitators, these Oduduwa agitators, and the IPOB Nnamdi Kanu is internet based, because he is internet based because he is among them. I don't know, to know that it was internet based, and that he has been, he met Nnamdi Kanu face to face. That every other thing is internet based with other Yoruba. And well, if it is internet based, at least there is synergy, and there has been a meeting going on. So whether it is internet based or it is face to face, so the only thing we know is that there have been that synergy and that connection. Now, he is not interested in that. He is also telling you that Biafra, that this Yoruba people who are shouting Oduduwa, and this Biafra who are shouting Biafra, that they have created a lot of enemy. That when Biafra come, are you going to have a enemy by your borders? And then he mentioned very quickly. He mentioned South. You see, it is a tool. This is of course, Sowore is somehow an intelligent guy. Has been in media for a very long time. And of course, there is this, the manipulative intent of somebody who have been into media for a very long time. So what he want to do now is to use his experience as somebody who have been into media, who know how to manipulate the minds of people to bring some kind of confusion, into this whole struggle. He said, that you have created the enemy, and now if you get Biafra, you have, then you must have created enemy, and he chipped in immediately South. So which means he is already in his propaganda comment excluding South as to be a different state, and not Biafra. Then he come back again to tell you that this Yoruba people that Nnamdi Kanu is insulting, and he has created enemy, which Maiyegun have already told that thing have ended. He make a very quick sweep again to say, yes, you have also created the enemy with the Yoruba nation. You see, we already have the Yorubas, Oduduwas, shouting for the Republic of Oduduwa. And as far as I'm concerned, we have already said nobody should be insulting Yoruba people. And of course, that most of you didn't like, especially most of you One Nigerians, because you know that if we continue to allow the false narrative of yesterday to strive, that is where you get your strength of this your One Nigeria and revolution now. That's where you get your strength. But once there is any atom of unity, you feel threatened. It is the same thing your Fulanis are going through. Any day they hear the southern part of Nigeria coming together, they feel so they will never sleep. And the same thing goes to the family of anybody that is shouting for revolution now. If you hear that the IPOB and Yoruba group is coming together, you feel so frightened and so threatened, and you will never be comfortable. And that's exactly what Sowore is doing. So, Mr. Sowore, the point here is this. There is nothing like South. Of course, within the Nigeria contest, you have South. It was, created by Nigeria state. But when we get Biafra, of course, if all South don't want to be part of Biafra, at least the majority of South will be in Biafra. So the issue of you now saying people of South, the enemy, people of South shouldn't come at all because they are all part of Biafra. And we are going to, first of all, start by revisiting the old Eastern region. We revisit the old Eastern region. That map, we have to work on that map of the old Eastern region. And then we now go back to 1914. What was the map of that region in 1914? And then we will take it back a little bit to 1900. We will know where the map of that region, what is the map of that region. We will start working on that. So don't worry. We know that is why when people are saying, bring your map, we don't care. It is not about map. The issue first is that we need to know the need to leave Nigeria. It is not by map. When they say bring your map, we have different proposals, different proposals, which will be very, very logic. It is not just coming and say the map carriers will say, show us your map. The people you are talking with, have they agreed? The people we are talking with, they have not agreed. Do you know why a lot of them are so angered? Because of the money they are getting from the NDDC. When you look at all these people shouting up and down, none of them will, you don't see them dealing with people in Onitsha. No. You don't see them dealing with people in Enugu State. No. Where you will see them dealing with the people are always in Port Harcourt, always in Rivers, always in Abia, sometimes in Abia State, Aba. That is where you see them. You don't, where the NDDC, the NDDC, you don't see them in a non-NDDC state. If you doubt me today, go and check all the people shouting for whatever, Lower Niger, whatever. Go and check their history. Go and check where they reside in Nigeria. Go and check where they have something to do in Nigeria. It is all in NDDC state. This is a new revelation I'm giving you today. Go and check it. All of them, NDDC state. And those who are not in NDDC state, they have linked to the people in NDDC. Because that is where their money is coming from. Now, listen. You remember last time, when I was telling you people about Akpabio paying to bomb pipeline and we collect billions to repair it. It is part of the thing I'm going to talk about this evening. But before I conclude the issue of Sowore, I want to make this declaration this evening. For those who are clamoring and agitating that Nigeria should be restructured to the old regional government. You know, a lot of people, they will come to tell you, we want to go back to our regional, we want to go back to regional, we want to go back to old regional government. It was working, it was better. You see, what they need to understand today is that when you had that regional government was before 1960s. I remember I read the article of 1954, when the Eastern region had, very good economy then. They were making about 50-something billion, whatever then. It was very huge from agriculture. So, but the problem you don't know is that during the regional government in those olden days, there were no terrorists in Nigeria. During the old regional government, there were no Boko Haram. There were no Fulani herdsmen. That time, Fulani don't come to you. When Fulani come there, they carry this nunu in the head and they have their stick and put their stick like this and be walking and following their cow. So that time, you don't have herdsmen that kills. During that time of the regional government, you do not have Mayeti Allah. No. You don't have this bandit. You don't have... You see, so the system has evolved for years, for decades. A lot of things have changed. So you cannot go to a regional government within Nigeria. Because during the time that the regional government worked very well, you do not have terrorists. Nigeria is not in the state where it is today. A lot of things have changed. So regional government will not work. Restructuring Nigeria will not work. Going back to that regional government you talk about, it will not work. Unless if you reverse all the terrorist group in Nigeria and you reverse the clock back that there is no terrorists in Nigeria now, Boko Haram disappear, everything disappear, and then you say, okay, now let us restructure, and everybody go back to regional government where you will not have any terrorist attack and any Fulani agenda in Nigeria. Then it will work. But because then it was not, there were no terrorists, the security in Nigeria as at then was very good. People, even though they were killing people in the north, but it was not like all over Nigeria. So if you think that you want to go back to your old regional government and because it worked then, it will not work now. So why that is why we are talking, we are saying and shouting. The only thing that is going to work is the disintegration of Nigeria, so that every region will protect their border against terrorist invaders. Like this ISIS is coming now, nobody will allow ISIS to enter Biafra land. The border will be protected. We will have this our data system that will prevent any criminal from coming. And even if you are a criminal, you come in, you manipulated your way and enter. Any day you commit a crime, that is the end. We will get you. Even if you are hiding inside the hole, we will get you. You see? Now, let us continue.
What is your relationship with the Middle Belters? Because I remember these young guys from the Middle Belt at some point also came up to say they will join revolution now. Today, I am actually seeing the campaigns from states in Nigeria now. Not like usual where you see groups. Now we are actually seeing young people, students. Yeah, even I have a video. I'm so sorry I didn't bring that up to the conversation. That's a youth copper that actually advise people that there is no future if we don't stand up now. Yeah, what's your relationship with this Middle Belt, representatives in this now? I mean,
I don't have specific relationships with them. I would admit, but I have relationship with.
I mean, with what you are doing now, at least you would have been receiving some, people reaching out to say,
yes. What we have come to realize is that what I've been preaching is become mainstream. They didn't get it at first, right? And that is why I'm saying, and I said so with due respect to people fighting for the Dua nation. We are smart people in this part of, in the Southwest. Just when you this is a Yoruba song for
Adejina and son.
Yes, so people have now realized that, without this coming together of all oppressed people, because the northern Nigeria that everybody has been conditioned to hate has the highest number of poor people. Very poor. Highest number of oppressed people. If we are going to go by Nigeria's population. Highest number of out-of-school kids. Highest number of people who have never been to hospital before. Highest number of people who have never had a job in their lives. Highest number of mostly, uneducated people because they don't let them have access. They're elites. There's a conspiracy by the elites against their people. You see thousands of Amajiri kids and the elites in the north will say Amajiri is good. We love it. It's sanctioned by the Holy Book. But you can never find even an Amajiri, a former Amajiri sending their children to Amajiri school. Buhari's children all went to secular school in the UK.
That's right.
All of them send that because they understand that it's not the way to go. But they keep encouraging their people deceptively to send their children to Amajiri school because they know that if all those Amajiri kids get educated, they will drive them out of the north. And that is something I know and have always spoken about. That you and I, who was deployed, just wait, who was, one black guy was killed in the US, why are we afraid to speak for Zamfara? The George Floyd of Zamfara, of Katsina State, of Kaduna, Southern Kaduna, of Plateau State, of Taraba State. And another mistake people make is that everybody thinks that there's this one monolithic north where everybody is just a northerner. But people of Plateau are not northerners. People of Benue State are not northerners. A lot of people in Kwara are not northerners. Jigawa. In fact, I went to Kebbi, discovered there are a lot of Christians in Kebbi.
I really like this one. a lot of people in Plateau State are not Northerners. People in Kwara are not Northerners. I like this. Now, my question to Sowore is that since the middle belt, the middle belt has been fraudulently annexated to the northern part of Nigeria, what have you done as somebody in media? What have you done as somebody in media who have used your power to, influence the power of media to influence the 2015 general election? After that, because this middle belt joining a northern group, I don't know when it started, but after that, what have you done to call the attention of the people, to use your channel, your medium to call the attention of the world, especially the people in the middle belt, that they should call their governors to order, that their governors should not be attending the Northern Governors Forum meeting, and they should not be part of Northern Governors Forum. Meanwhile, in the southern part of Nigeria, you don't have anything like Southern Governors Forum, but you have Northern Governors Forum, and Plateau State is the chairman of Northern Governors Forum. Benue State is part of Northern Governors Forum. All this Kogi State is part of Northern Governors Forum. Why are they now being part of Northern Governors Forum when they are not Northern Nigeria? The question is, I'm asking you today, Sowore, because I know you watch this program. What have you done to enlighten the public that this is wrong? To enlighten the people of Middle Belt that this is wrong? Because they are being used to make sure that influence most of the decisions, most of the federal government decisions. They are using it. They are using this Middle Belt to join the Northern Governors, the Northeast and Northwest, to influence the government decision. And that is the reason why the people of Benue State can never get justice for the people that the Fulani killed. The people in Plateau State can never get justice. Because whenever they go to this Northern Governors Forum meeting, they are, they are dealing with them. The Northeast and Northwest governors are dealing with them. And at the end of the day, they will compel them to go back to their various states and accept apology from the Fulani herdsmen. That was the reason why they went to Benue State to apologize to Governor Ortu. After he did everything, said that he's not going to listen, he's committed in Benue State. So, Sowore, my question is, what have you done? And it is not late yet to begin the campaign of that the fact that the Middle Belt can never ever be part of North. Like you just said it here. You rightfully said it here. So why are they part of Northern Governors Forum? Why are they having meeting with the North against the South? Because each time they have meeting, they come to a resolution. You will hear Northern Governors Forum decide this. That they caution Yoruba governors, they caution Southwest governors, they caution Southeast governors, they caution South governors, and any day the governor of South try to come together, they bring war. Why? So, over to you. I'm going to stop here with you now because I have had a lot of you. So I believe you must have learned a lot of things, especially on how we are going to prevent what you think will befall Biafra if Biafra is restored, how we are going to prevent it from happening, how we are going to put the necessary mechanism in place to make sure it didn't happen. I believe you have had that. Now I'm going now to Akpabio. I'm going to end this program with the Akpabio issue. You remember I told you all that before Akpabio will go and pay money 70 million to people to bomb the pipeline, and then after they bomb the pipeline, he will after they bomb the pipeline, I want to show you how much, for example, he makes from each pipeline they bomb. Many of you remember that.
My dear, we should make sure that we remove that useless woman.
Yes, Your Excellency. I brought these guys here to see you. They are going to help you with what you told me about. So, and I've already spoken to them as well. Yeah, I'm speaking your mind, I think, because you are the expert in this field. And your job. So, anything you want to say now, if you tell His Excellency now. Bobby, No, be to blue pipeline again.
Yes, that's what we are talking about.
If you give us money for materials, if you send us money, we'll blow on.
We'll get money across to you.
Your Excellency, what are we going to offer them?
If you ask me, I'll answer you that we shouldn't even waste time. Today you will be paid 70 million to bomb the pipeline.
Thank you, Your Excellency. You have spoken well. Your Excellency, you can send that boat to us. It's better, send that boat to us.
You just heard Akpabio giving 70 million to criminals to go and bomb pipeline. And you remember I have made several analyses telling you that when Akpabio gives 70 million for somebody to go and bomb pipeline, he will collect 1 billion from government to repair that same pipeline. And he will use like maybe 200 million or so to repair the pipeline. And then when you use 200 million to repair the pipeline, you invested 70 million to bomb the pipeline, use 200 million to repair the pipeline. You know how many change, you know how much you have in, you have left. This has been his business since he ventured into Niger Delta, into NDDC. And he has made billion. So let me now show you how much they have used to repair pipeline. If you think I was joking, because when we say we don't just say now what. This is today, August 9, 2020. NNPC spent 36 billion on pipeline repairs. 8 billion petrol stolen in 5 months. Now you understand. Why Akpabio can give 70 million to bomb pipeline. Have you seen why we are calling on Niger Delta, all these men, Avengers, that it is time they support Biafra? And now when you see the amount of money that they are looting from NDDC, and when you go to Niger Delta area, you will see the reason why when they hear Biafra, the hair in their head is standing like this, and the fire is going off their head. When they immediately hear Biafra, their head is exploding because of the money they are using the people in Niger Delta to make. You heard Akpabio saying he will pay 70 million to bomb the pipeline. Now after bombing the pipeline, you see NNPC using 36 billion naira. 36 billion naira to repair the pipeline. 36 billion. So now the program will come to an end, and I hope I have touched most of the issues I want to address today. Of course, there are other things I want to address, but time wouldn't permit me. We have to continue. Again tomorrow. Of course, as you all know, every day we will talk about Biafra. I have to continue tomorrow. So thank you. Hopefully, Sowore has been able to learn one or two things what we are going to put in place in Biafra to prevent the people from Nigeria bringing in their criminal character or activities to Biafra land. We are going to prevent it. We are not interested in curing, or they say prevention is better than cure. In Biafra, it is going to be preventive measures. We are going to be adopting what I call preventive measures. In all things, we are going to be preventing it instead of solving it. We are not going to be solving, we will be preventing the problems in Biafra. And this mechanism has worked in other countries of the world, and in Biafra, we are going to have it even more effective because of the mentality of people in Biafra. It is going to take a while for people to adapt to the system of Biafra, but we are going to continue to educate our people to know that the system has come to stay, especially immediately the Biafra is restored. So thank you very much, and Sowore, may you receive sense and repent, and know that Nigeria you are fighting for will either take you and rubbish you at the end of the day, like they did to King Saro-Wiwa, the great King Saro-Wiwa, and other people who have died for Nigeria, and they all died for nothing. The only solution of Nigeria to Nigeria problem is disintegration of Nigeria. Disintegration will disintegrate the interests of this terrorist that is coming now, this Al-Qaeda and this ISIS that is coming to the southern part of Nigeria. Remember that the America also said that the Nigeria is going to be a threat to them. And like I said, I've been saying it before, Nigeria is going to be a threat to European Union as well. So the earlier they disintegrate Nigeria, the better to save life and bring peace and stability to the entire region of West Africa. Thank you for watching me. And remember, if you support Nigeria government, you are supporting terrorists, you are supporting terrorism, you are supporting criminality, you are aiding crime, you are supporting every evil, every crime that I have committed against humanity in Nigeria. Support Biafra and let us enjoy peace in this world. Thank you and have a very wonderful night and have a very good evening. May God bless you and may God bless the Republic of Biafra.